Okay, so you'd probably expect that I would be quicker to cover this topic since, it came out a while ago and I'm just being disappointing in myself and not doing it as it goes. But you know what? I'm finally, and with enough energy and enough determination to talk about this. Let's bring on. Oh god. Damn it, my yawn. Damn it. Sorry. Ruined the perfect recording. Sorry. Regardless, we're here to talk about one last Armageddon or our last Armageddon, depending if you're dyslexic or not. Jesus, I'm going to die here. Regardless, our last Armageddon recently came out, the newest version, which is, a relief to be sure. It's a surprise, but a welcome one. I expected it honestly to be just retcon out of existence. But hey, it's still here and it's kinda good. So here's the thing. I am not gonna say that this is the definitive best version iteration of the characters that I've ever seen. Firstly because it's just, on chapter 1. You cannot say much from just chapter 1. But I'm gonna say this. Out of the most recent iterations, including the quote unquote not so specific cameos of multiple characters that are going to be featured on our Last Armageddon, this one seems to top it off. Now, there's plenty of reasons for that. I cannot discredit the other iterations. Firstly, OLA is a center story on the specific group, so you have to kind of expect that they'll get a lot more character development than they will when their side characters or background appearances. So yeah, you have to expect that a lot, and I'm not even mad for that. But here's the thing. I feel like that between, and again, I'm gonna say this is a very generalized version because we'll have chapter 1. I'll recognize my opinions and I'll change them later if I think so. Regardless, I feel like this is going to be great. I cannot say much because, it's just one chapter and it's not really a long chapter. But regardless, this so far one of the best iterations I think I've ever seen. Firstly, RK is not as stale as he was in the original OLA or as he was in Operation Rewrite. He's still that kind of cold and feeling bastard that does shit as quick as possible and doesn't mind a lot of dirty guts of it. But he has more emotion to it. He has that more unique characteristic. Second of all, I feel like the new fight stuff is being described amazing. It's not too janky, it's not too detailed, but it's also not too vague. So yeah, it kind of gives a lot. I love the new iteration of Blade and how, again, I talked a bit with the authors themselves, at least, the one in charge of OLA, which is the Spencer. So yeah, he told me that this new version of Blade was kind of made to fight Champion on, the same grounds. So I'm really excited to see how that goes. He also changed a bit of some perspectives and stuff to make so, Parallax is obviously power skilled below Blade, and Blade is obviously, not fully compliant to RK. I also like the kinda undermining subplot with the Chaos Watchers, Victoria having a robotic arm, because I know the reason, but I'm not gonna tell you because that's gonna be a separate story of its own. And I like how there's more subtle foreshadowing and there's less exposition that is on the face. Regardless, I don't have many negative stuff to talk about besides, of course, some rushing here and there. The chapter's feeling a bit short, but I feel like that's something that will get better with time. I feel like this was more of a pilot. I also liked a lot the fact that Trevor was finally included as a more prominent part. For you who don't know, there's a version of Trevor which worked for the Normality Keepers. Again, there's a whole story behind it, but in resume, there's a version of Trevor which is a very good surgeon, and RK finally seemed to employ him efficient. So yeah, we're gonna see a lot more of how can I say this? A lot more of scientific slash surgical aberrations that RK will use, and I'm honestly excited to see what the fuck he makes with so much dead bodies with functional organs still. So yeah, that's it for the new OLA stuff. I'm excited to see how it goes. I definitely think that this will be one of the best iterations of the whole franchise regarding those characters. I honestly like this version of RK a lot more than the previous ones, and I also like the version of Blade better than she was described initially. And I will also love to see how Parallax evolves and etc. etc. Regardless, I'm not gonna say much, not gonna spoil. You can read it yourself. Yeah, peace.